Guys, it's Dana and it's time to talk about money. And in this video, I wanted to talk about thrift store shopping and how more and more people are shopping secondhand. So I'm going to show you some haul items, some things I got recently, and also give you some tips on how to get the best deals when you are thrift shopping. So let's get to it. Okay, so a survey by the New York Post said that around 66% of adults in the United States are regularly shopping at secondhand shops, okay? And 28% of Gen Zs do so on a weekly basis. And it's no surprise people are trying to save money right now, trying to make ends meet, and secondhand doesn't have to be second best. In fact, you can get some amazing items if you are smart about how you thrift shop. And I'm going to show you first some things really quickly, some things I was super excited about that I bought recently. And this is one of them. It is Rachel Ray. I don't really know much about Rachel Ray, but this is a 2-quart baking dish. And I looked it up and it looked like it was about $50 online if I were to order it new. And I got this it looks brand new to me for $3.99, which I was like, whoa, that's so exciting. And then also I got this Starbucks cake stand, and you can see it has the Starbucks logo on the bottom, and the original price tag is on it of $19.95, also $3.99, this cake stand. So this thing back here, I bought this hutch, whatever you want to call it, buffet cabinet. I got this thrifting, and it was $60, which I was so excited about. All of the cabinets, glass doors on it. I think it is beautiful. I'm so in love with it. I also got one of those school desks, the chair desks from, schools, for $5. I got this chair for one of the kids' rooms for them to sit and do homework on. Really solid wood, and I'm blown away that I got that for $5 in really good shape, super sturdy. So you can find a lot of amazing things, especially with the holidays coming. If you need some dishware, if you need some glasses, crystal glasses, they're all over in our thrift shops locally. And so you can get so many things really inexpensively if you shop secondhand. You just have to wash it up. A lot of times they're in such good shape. People just don't like it anymore. They're cleaning out their house. And I'm certainly someone who does, say to try to live as minimalistically as you can, don't have too much stuff. But if you would like to, if you need some things, especially like I said, the holidays are coming, you need to have some dishes, or bakeware or cake stands to display something, then you might as well go and shop your local thrift stores to see if you can at least get it inexpensively. Because then that way, if you decide to get rid of it pretty quickly after using it, you don't feel guilty because you barely spent any money on it. It was so inexpensive. All right, so I've got some tips here for you on how you can save the most money when you're shopping at thrift stores. Now, tip number 1, most important, is timing. Timing is incredibly important because you want to be into your thrift shops on the days that they turn over some of their discount colors. So for example, 3 of our thrift shops in our area, they put the colors up, like today is black. So everything that has a black tag on it will be 50% off. So you want to ask your local Goodwill or thrift store, what day do you turn over that color? So for us, it's Tuesday. On Tuesdays, they change color. So if you want to, and I noticed towards the end of the cycle, the end of the week, there's no, say, for example, if it's black, there's barely anything left that has a black tag on it because it's been bought out. Like everybody comes in as soon as the color turns over, I guess. But you want to be one of the ones who's in the know and who is there early in the week after they change over that color, because then you can shop the store and look for all the products that have that color tag on it and it'll be 50% off, which really is a big savings. Likewise with timing, you want to know that particular thrift shop or Goodwill, when do they put out their products? Is it every day? But a lot of times what I find is if I go on a Sunday, Saturdays, people are spending a lot of time cleaning out their houses, dropping things off at the Goodwill. So if I go on Sunday, they have a lot of new things out on the shelves, some really high-end, nice things you can end up finding because they've just put them out. And in fact, I had just gotten another green glass dishware, and some lady tried to like grab it from me. It was almost like a fight in the Goodwill for this dish. But like, so these new items get put out. It was on a Sunday, and so you want to. And if you see something, that's my other, just like when you're shopping, sometimes in home goods it's this way too, which is more expensive in home goods. But if they don't have very many of certain things, but especially when you're thrifting, if you see something and you kind of like it, put it in your cart so you have time to think about it. Because if you stick it back on the shelf, somebody else might grab it. And once they see you looking at it, then all of a sudden they take an interest in it, and then they want it because you took an interest in it. So you don't want to get yourself into a position where you're like fighting with someone in the store over a dish. You want to just take it, put it in your cart, and then think about it, especially if it's crowded in there. So that way you can be sure that you get it if you want it. All right. So you want to make sure you know when they turn over the color of their sales and you want to shop those colors if you can. And then you want to know how often or on which days they put out new stuff at the store. So that way you can be there pretty soon that day or the next day to look over all the new items, so that you're not looking at picked over stuff. So you can find the best, most high value items. Now, it really helps if you know what you're looking for. So if you have a list, if you know you're going in and you're looking for dishes, because I have been on the hunt for dishes for Thanksgiving. And so if you're looking for certain things, if you need glasses, if you need wine glasses or whatever it is, you want to go to that section first. Furniture. You want to go into the store and be able to go straight to that section and look there first to see what they have. And sometimes I only really have time or energy, because it's kind of exhausting to be thrifting. Sometimes you only have time or energy to really look in one section. So if you are going for clothes, if you need a new dress for a holiday or for an event, then you want to go straight to that section first, and then you're shopping in the clothes, and then maybe the next week, you can go and look at housewares or something else. So know what you're there for, so that you're not just aimlessly wandering around. You're less likely to just impulse shop that way too. You're actually going for something that you are looking for, that you need, and you're not just buying just to buy. Next is to really inspect the quality and the condition of the item, because yes, you're thrifting. Yes, it's like at a discount price, but you still don't want to take something home that's damaged, or something that you're just going to bring home and end up throwing in the trash because you realized it was broken. So you definitely want to make sure that everything is intact, that everything is there. There's no cracks, no broken pieces, all of that stuff. Make sure you really are checking that out before you make the purchase. Okay, now I was showing you my Rachel Ray bakeware dish. What is this? 2-quart. All right, so this is my 2-quart bakeware dish, Rachel Ray brand. So when you are shopping in your thrift stores, I really like to look at labels. I'm always looking at the labels because, a lot of times you can find some really high-end, high-quality clothing or dishware. So if you know what you're looking for and you're looking at a piece of clothing, for example, you know that certain brand items are probably going to be better quality as far as how they're made. They're going to hold up better is what I'm trying to say. So when you're shopping and you're looking at an item, you might be like, oh, is this really worth it? So what you can do is what I often do is if I find a name brand on a product and I can see that they have it listed for $3.99, then I will look it up on my phone and see what it retails at. What is the price for that exact product if I were to buy it in, say, a big box store or online. And then sometimes you can see the price on your phone and you'll say, oh my gosh, this is retailing for $50 and they're selling it for $4. And it'll help you to feel more confident about, okay, maybe yes, I want to buy this. Or what you could even do, which some people do, is they flip that product, right? If you want to turn it into sort of a business, you can buy it and then you can go and sell it on eBay if you're so inclined and make some money off of it. But we're just talking here mostly about saving money within your own budget so you can pick up some things you need. Okay, in addition to just brick and mortar thrift stores, you can also use different apps and online websites like ThredUp. I think ThredUp had reported recently that their sales are just way up. They're booming. More and more people are going to ThredUp to purchase clothes. But you can go online to Facebook Marketplace, another great source. So if your local brick and mortar stores are picked over, then you can certainly go to the online option. I just prefer going into the actual store and having my hands on things so I can look at it, see if I really like it, hold it up. Something about holding it in my hand before I make the purchase to be sure that I really like it. But you can also be sure to go outside your own town. Like you drive a little bit, not too far, but maybe there's different thrift stores you weren't aware of that you can peruse and check out. But also you should try to go often if you can, right? Because this is hit or miss. This is not like they have an inventory. So with these thrift stores, if you can go on a weekly basis, you're going to have more chances of finding what you want. Patience is key. You want to have patience when you're thrifting, because if you can go every week and continue to look for that very special Christmas cookie dish that you're looking for, that you want to use to put the Santa cookies on, then you have to go every week and look, and you want to look out of season. So if you're looking for Christmas products like Christmas plates or beautiful red goblets that you want to serve wine in, then you should probably not look in December, because it's going to be all picked over. You want to look in the off season. You want to go in September or August, September, look, or even after the holiday. Right after the holiday is the perfect time, because people are clearing stuff out. They're like, oh, we have too many dishes. We don't want this Christmas dish set. Now it's January. They're all purging. They're getting rid of it. They're going to give it to their local Goodwill. Now you go and you get it for the next year, right? So just have your list of what you want. And like I said, have some patience, be diligent with your search, and go on the days where they have the sales, and also when they're putting the new stuff out. So you can be sure to be there when that very special, perfect Christmas plate or holiday plate set is sitting on the shelf just for you at a discount price. Okay, so my thrifting challenge for you is this weekend, take $20 and go to a thrift store and see how far it can stretch. Try to shop only the sale color and try to pick up maybe a new outfit or a new dish, or see what you can buy in comparison to when you retail shop, especially if you don't often go to thrift stores. Let's all get back into it and try to save as much money as we can in this next year, and it's going to be awesome. So tell me below in the comments, what is your favorite product to buy at a thrift store? I'd love to hear it. Is it clothes? Is it dishware? Is it furniture? What is your favorite thing? Also, textiles. Maybe you like to buy tablecloths there and wash them up. Or what's the best thing that you've ever found there? Like, what's the most exciting thing that you have ever thrifted? If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.